All right, so page 23. If you already have math notes, this is bonus. If you don't have math notes, which all of you do, okay, so but go to 23. And here's the setup. Are you ready? Does anyone want to read? If you can see from there, anybody want to read it? Page 23, I should put that up here.
I'm going to put it in.
Now that you want to read it, can you read it loud enough? This right here.
What?
Just close.
This one?
Yeah, go ahead.
You want me to like spin it out?
Team player.
Just like,
Humbly confident.
Good, good. A little weird. Yeah, I saw that look. It was a little strange.
Do what you say. Do what is right. Continually growing.
Okay, did you hear that over there? Okay, so I'm going to reread them, and I'll give you the setup. So here's what I'm going to propose to you. Okay, let me ask you this. How many of you have people in your life? Could be anybody. Could be parents, siblings, friends, family members, extended family members, anything like that, where when you're hanging out with them, you really don't feel like you belong. Okay, I got a couple hands, right? And I got some nods. Almost all of us feel this way, right? There's just certain people we don't sort of jive with, right? Or mesh with. Okay, so this system is called core values. So I'm going to present to you my 5 core values, and we're going to use it to talk about it. And then what I want to encourage you to do on page 23 is to think about your core values and how they affect your life, right? So here's what I've got. My first value is team player, open, honest, authentic. That makes sense? Team player, as opposed to doing everything alone or not, right? Humbly confident. Those are 2 opposite words. Do you know what humble means? And do you know what confident means? Right? So, you're not too humble, and you're not too confident. You're humbly confident. Somewhere in the middle, like a balance. Does that make sense? And so that one says no arrogance, no entitlement. Fair enough? Okay. The next one is do what you say. So do what you say has some conditions. Be realistic, and then be reliable. So let's say you ask me to give you a grade tomorrow, but I can't do it by then. I have to be realistic. I say I can't get it to you by tomorrow, but how about next week? But once I say next week, now I'm going to try to stick to that. I'm going to try to be reliable with my realistic date. Does that make sense? So do what I say. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to try to do it, right? Do what's right. This one was problematic once I wrote it because I started to think about what is right, and I couldn't come to a conclusion because 2 people can have completely opposite ideas of what's right, right? So I changed it to consider all perspectives. All right, so at least I may not agree with you, but at least maybe I can look through your eyes and try to see your perspective, right? Okay, and then continually growing, open to the idea that I could learn something new that could change my perspective. So trying to remain open to if you have something that I can learn from, I can possibly shift the way I think. Yeah, go to this last tab over here. I made a new tab. Scroll down. It's the last tab on Creator Math now. Scroll down till you see page 23. No, that's the table of contents, so go down further. You can't see what page that is. Is that it? Yes, there you go. So then you can see a closer look at it, right? Okay, so here's the way it works. Now that, how do you use this system? Because if you could figure out that you weren't, so the idea of values is everybody has their own values. But if we don't fit together, maybe we shouldn't spend so much time together, right? And then you can spend time with the people that you fit with, and I can spend time with the people that I fit with. Does that make sense in terms of values? Okay, so here's the system. It's an actual rating system. I want you to think about that person in your life that you don't fit with. Okay, and I'm going to give you each value, and you're going to rate them. Here's the ratings. Thumbs up means that that person exhibits the value most of the time. Thumbs sideways means that that person exhibits that value some of the time. And then thumbs down means that that person rarely exhibits that value. Kind of got the system? Okay, you're thinking about the person. Don't say their name. You're thinking about the person in your mind. Here's the first value. Team player, open, honest, transparent. Give your rating. hold up your rating. Does that make sense? And I don't know who the person is, only you do, right? You're thinking about, is that person a team player? Or do they always want to do it alone? They're always out for themselves, that kind of thing, right? Okay, good. Go to the next one. Humbly confident. No arrogance, no entitlement. What would you give them? Okay, good. Do what they say. First, they'll tell you, they'll be realistic, right? If you know, they're not going to give you the moon, but once they tell you they're going to do something, like I'll pick you up at 3:30 outside the school, now they're going to do it. Okay, give your rating. Give your rating. Go to the next one. Do they consider all perspectives? They may not agree with you. They may have their own opinion, but they'll at least try to look through your eyes and see what you think. Okay, nice. And then continually growing. Are they open to the idea that they could learn something new that could change their perspective? Give your rating. Okay, nice. All right, here's the system. Here's the bar. You can have up to 2 sideways thumbs. I don't know how to say that. You can have 2 of these. Anything more than that, like 3 or more sideways, or any thumbs downs. Any. How do I say that? Thumbs down. I can't even write that, okay? Thumbs downs, right? Any of those. There's the possibility that you and them don't fit values. Now, I want to encourage you to think of this not as, you still can love the person. Let's say it was a family member of mine, right? And I still love them. Does this make sense? It just means that maybe I might try to spend less time with them and might try to spend time with other people that do fit me. Does it make sense? So it's not like you don't love them. It's like you're just opting to, hey, if I had to spend time with someone, I'd rather spend with this group, right? Does this make sense? Okay. So what's your assignment? Your assignment's relatively simple. You're trying to write about what your values are and how do they compare and contrast with this. Like you can say, oh, these are all mine, but that's highly not likely. Probably you have your own values. And so I kind of want you to think about these. And if you want to adopt these, fine. You can pick them up. If not, though, think about what your values are, right? And then start to think about the people you spend time with and do they fit your values? And that's the whole thing. Write that on page 23. Any questions? Okay, and in 5 minutes, I'll do the geometry lesson.